Immigration rights groups here in Maine say they are once again seeing an increase in immigration enforcement activity across the state.
It comes after a major ICE operation in January that led to about 200 arrests. News Center Maine's Alex Haskell explains what advocates say they're seeing now.
Leaders with the Maine Immigrants' Rights Coalition tell me they first started noticing an increase in ICE activity around Patriots' Day last month. They say since then it hasn't slowed down.
We have noticed an increase in calls to our hotline, the Immigrant Defense Hotline, as well as an increase in reports from our community partners about detentions happening to community members of theirs.
Ruben Torres is the Advocacy and Policy Manager for the Maine Immigrants' Rights Coalition. He says increased ICE activity is being reported in cities like Lewiston and Portland, as well as workplaces across the state.
We saw a number of detentions occur at farms over this last weekend.
Torres says calls to the coalition's Immigrant Defense Hotline about ICE sightings and detentions rose 6% over the past month, reaching roughly 130 calls. He says community partners are now reporting as many as 10 detentions a week, up from just 1 or 2 a week about 6 weeks ago.
We can hypothesize for many reasons why this is happening now, but overall we know that tourist season is upon us and that this is going to have a huge impact on the way that tourism is handled here in Maine.
The increased activity is also drawing concern from local leaders.
The reports of increased detentions are concerning.
Lewiston Mayor Carl Shaleen says many of the people being detained do not appear to match ICE's stated enforcement priorities.
We know from the past stories of those detained, they are not criminals. They are employees, neighbors, and friends.
In a statement to News Center Maine, a U.S. Department of Homeland Security spokesperson says, quote, DHS law enforcement has been delivering on President Trump's promise to arrest and deport criminal illegal aliens, including murderers, rapists, pedophiles, gang members, and terrorists. Since ICE's major operation in Maine in January, the agency says it has arrested about 200 people, but it has only publicly identified the same 4 individuals to News Center Maine. Their alleged crimes include aggravated assault and obstructing justice. Torres says the current enforcement activity is different from the immigration surge earlier this year.
What we're seeing now is a shift in that the people who are most visible to the immigration pathways and processes are the ones who are most vulnerable. So
this increase in ICE activity here in Maine is having an impact on local communities. Friends of Congress Square Park says it's canceled a public arts event on Friday because of this increased activity. In Portland, Alex Haskell, News Center Maine.